Hi, everyone. Welcome back to My Service Dog and Me. I'm Kate, and today I want to talk to you about three things that actually help us to predict future success as a service dog that have nothing to do with what behaviors your puppy currently does or does not know. Now, this came up because we have a lot of people ask us questions about what behaviors to start with, what behaviors to train next, and I tend to see a lot of worry about being behind on the behavior list. And while, yes, there are a lot of behaviors that your puppy is going to need to learn in order to become a service dog, that's actually not something that helps us really solidly predict future success as a team. So, we want to talk about what a few of those things are. But first, I just want to let you know everything we're going to talk about in this video, I'm going to go into far more in depth inside of our Socialization 101 webinar, which you can get all the details at the link below. We're going to talk about how to socialize. We're going to talk about socialization around other dogs and people and at home and all of our best practices and favorite exercises. So if you have a puppy or even an adolescent or you are going to be getting a puppy, then you're definitely going to want to check that out. Now, the first thing that I want to talk about here is confidence and optimism. And what I mean by that is your puppy's ability to walk into a new environment and feel comfortable, to not be stressed, to not be worried, to not be like overly excited about every little thing that's going on around him. But really to just assume that since we're somewhere new, that that's a good thing, that this is a safe thing, that he's not going into new environments and worrying. Service dogs have to go lots and lots of places. And the thing about something like confidence is that while, yes, there is a lot that we can do to increase confidence in a dog, to improve it, to grow it, to foster it, it is a temperament trait that does have a genetic component to it. So when we are looking for a service dog candidate, we really want to take into consideration that confidence is also impacted by the genetics that your puppy has inside his every single cell. And there isn't going to be anything you can do to change those. So keep that in mind. And during your socialization process and all throughout your service dog's training, really prioritize building confidence. Now, secondly, is human engagement or wanting to engage with the handler. We see a lot of this is called like people orientation and stuff like that on evaluation sheets. This is a really important flip side to confidence because very often I see one of two things happen. I see people confuse independence for confidence, where a puppy just doesn't really care to be around the people because he's very independent, or I see people confuse handler motivation or interest in being around people with actually a lack of confidence. So, what we're looking for here is a puppy who is confident enough to explore his environment, but also really likes to hang out with people. So, when we're socializing a puppy, when we're training a puppy, when we're working with an adolescent, especially, one of my priorities is always going to be focus and engagement with the handler everywhere, but especially in new places. So that we have a dog who, yes, feels comfortable in new places and is excited to go explore, but also knows how to focus on their handler and wants to engage with them. Now, the third thing is food motivation. Now, of course, everything we're talking about here has a genetic component, as does food motivation. However, there's a lot that we can do to train and improve food motivation, and it is often something we take for granted and needs to be maintained, especially as a puppy reaches adolescence. So, some dogs absolutely give us food motivation for free, and that food motivation never goes anywhere throughout their entire life. I have a couple of dogs like that. I also have a couple of dogs that if I don't have pretty good hygiene around food motivation, I'll practice it a little bit here and there, even as adults, it can start to wane. So, with a new puppy or an adolescent, I'm going to really focus on the behavior of eating food in new environments whenever I want them to, so that I have a really solid way to train new behaviors, to reinforce my puppy, to help them build good experiences. That food motivation is going to be really important to me, and it's something I'm going to actively work to maintain and or to grow. Now, for all of these reasons, I would absolutely take a puppy who's, say, 12 or 18 months old and doesn't even know how to sit yet, but loves to play with his handler in new environments, is confident in new places, and has really good food motivation over a 18-month-old puppy who is concerned about stuff or doesn't really like food or any one of those things, because these really do help us to have a better predictor of future success than the number of behaviors that a young dog knows. Not that they're 100% accurate predictors of success, unfortunately, but they do help. And I'm also going to give you the bonus one of the handler's training skills. Now, if you've been around for a while, if you've been watching this channel, if you've been in our Facebook group, taking advantage of our free workshops, you know how strongly we feel about having good training skills. The thing that I want you to keep in mind here is that this is a skill. So even if you don't have it right now, that's okay. You can gain it. You can learn to be a good dog trainer. But your ability to use a marker successfully, whether that be a clicker or something else, your ability to use food successfully to create strong behaviors, your ability to set up and run good training sessions, this is directly going to impact your dog's ability to be successful in the future. In fact, it's going to directly impact the things we've already talked about in this video, including confidence and handler engagement, but especially the handler engagement and the food motivation piece. I can't tell you how many times we've worked with handlers whose dogs are easily distracted or not handler motivated or not food motivated. And as soon as we fix their mechanics, as soon as we teach the handler how to be a better dog trainer, all of a sudden that stuff goes away. So if you have any questions about this, the best place is going to be right in our Facebook group, Train Your Service Dog with Confidence. The link for that, the link for the webinar, all that stuff is at the link below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.